Hi, folks. This is Kirk, and this is a bit of a guide to help you with your advisory session with grade 9 and 10 students next Monday. The purpose of this advisory session is primarily for you to get to know your kids a bit better, particularly through the results of their Myers-Briggs personality survey. And it'll be a great time for the kids to share with each other their traits and strengths and thoughts on who they are and what they've discovered in their career class this last semester. The overall objective by the end of this, though, is to lead the kids into thinking about what sort of courses and experiences they might want to pursue next year, because after Christmas we start choosing courses. So I'm going to show you how to review these results through a student profile. To see that, you can click on Students. And a good student to look at would be my profile, which is Moonboy Mitchell. So if you go and search that student, and then on this page here on the left side, if you click on the tab called Family Connection, it takes you right into their website. Where the kids have been doing their work and where I'd like you to start is in this piece here, About Me. All of our grade 9 and new grade 10 students will have done all 4 of these surveys. The returning grade 10 students will have done this particular one here called Personality Type. So that's where I want you to start this session. Have them go in, open up their personality survey, and here is their report for the Myers-Briggs. It'll show their 4-letter code. I will send you an attachment with a description of what these codes mean, and then a report. So I want the kids to talk amongst themselves about the results from here. I want them to talk about their strengths, their blind spots, what things are going to be important for them in a career so that they're satisfied, and their preferred learning style. They can use this particular part here to talk about what their strengths are in the classroom, to help them understand how they might better communicate with teachers, to make sure that they're getting assistance that supports the way they learn best. Okay? They will have also picked career areas that are of interest to them, and all these career areas will be ranked here. And within each of these categories, the survey will highlight particular careers that might match well with their personality type. So once you've talked about their personalities and strengths, we want you to go with them and look at some of the careers that they've been interested in by clicking on one of the careers that show up in their profile. What happens at this point is that a profile of that survey, of that career, opens up with some tabs. And the 2 tabs that are of most interest for you are the Knowledge and Skills tab, which will look at the sort of skills important to the career. We'll talk about the abilities that are needed to be strong in this area, and then knowledge areas. And these knowledge areas could easily translate into courses, and you could discuss that. What sort of courses might they take next year that would fill out these areas? Okay. Tasks and activities also will look at the sort of things they do in this career, and this might guide a student when you talk about co-curricular activities or summer camps or jobs or anything outside the classroom that would help them build skills and or get them a sense of the sort of things that they would do in this particular career. The idea is not for them to necessarily pick a specific career, but to get an idea of what they might be interested in. And they may look at 3 or 4, and we would encourage them to do that, to see the sort of skills that they need and sort of courses they need to prepare for several areas. On this main homepage, though, for a career, you'll notice that there's other related careers they can link over to. There's majors, they can click and see colleges. There are video clips here that they can look at. There's also another database within the system called Clusters and Pathways. And if they click on one of these, it will take them over to a whole new profile. Here, they'll see this area as a pathway, and as maybe a specific pathway within this cluster that they can investigate. So if they want to be an architect, they might click on Design. And here, there's a great tab called Plan of Study. And I think this would be a very important one for you to look at. You can click on it, you can zoom in, and it shows a potential course of study through high school and into post-secondary college, where they can see the sort of courses they would have to do in college if they were going to pursue this particular area. This is a great thing to do for your grade 10 students because they have big decisions to make in terms of whether or not they go into IB or do the OSSD. So I highly encourage you to go to this particular screen. Remember, though, your best tutor in this process are your grade 9 and 10 kids who are in career class. They will have been through all of this. So use these kids to help you get into the conversation and to help those grade 10s who are not in the current career class. I'll also mention that if you have time, take a look at the other results here from these assessments. The Strengths Explorer identifies 3 top themes about the student. These can help you think about how you would communicate with an individual student and talk to them on the basis of their strengths. There's also a link here to show possible career pathways to give them more information. The Career Interest Profiler is based on the Holland's Career Interest Profile. It'll identify 3 top areas of interest in terms of how their value system is set up, and they can view occupations here as well to help them with that. I hope this is a great tool. If you have any questions about how to use it, feel free to ask me, but please make the focus of your time a conversation about strengths, personality traits, and what courses and experience they might want to take next year to help them continue to grow.